Hi YouTube, I am back again, here continuing on with my readings for the signs for this new year, this new month, January 2020 Ascension, and moving on to the sign of Aquarius. So I'll be providing a sign for Aquarius, and again, this is a general Aquarius reading, so if it does not resonate with you, then it's not for you, but if it does, and hopefully it does, the spirit will come through and connect and provide a message for you to keep in mind moving forward for January 2020. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. And the reversal. Justice. See, that's like, because divine justice, she has her eyes closed, but like divine justice, she's always seeing. Right? The karmic debt is being balanced. There's a clarity of the sword there. Right? The balancing of the light and the dark. It's 1 and 1, right? For the higher octave. It's about karma. It's like she's in the motion of balancing, but also in unveiling her sword and her clarity and her insight. She's taking off what is covered, what is being hidden, right? And so for you may have been Aquarians in a time of darkness or of dealing with negative situations and environments that have been shrouding you and crowding you, but you've been able to find a balance, or are finding a balance, and will be able to, in order to have your clarity come through, the light shine through and balance. Because it's like you've been persevering. It's karma, totally, right? Starting off on that cosmic karmic justice. Oh, look, okay, so 3 of Cups on top of the King of Cups here. That's what I'm saying, right? So totally. I mean, before we can get to the King of Cups, right? This 3 of Cups energy, heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment. Oh my gosh, just internal turmoil. Just the pain of being strung up. Like, look at that heart aching and being separated and being pulled apart from all these things in this barren, nightmare-rich landscape, right? And that's that sword energy coming through again. Right, crying out in pain, but feeling like no one can hear you, like there's not a soul there, and it's been that way for so long. But now, right, what's beneath that, right, is this King of Cups energy. Look at this fool. Look how glorious he is. He is in meditation. He's in touch with his emotions. He's calm. The sun is shining, and through him is the illumination. Through his heart chakra is open now. He's able to release and let go and let it flow, and he's able to sit peacefully with his being, right? He's able to ride the wave now. He's able to let go of that heartbreak. He's found the power and the resiliency and was able to do the healing necessary to calm and restore his heart, right? So, and I mean, Aquarians, you're the cup bearers, right? You feel things, emotion. The water bearers, right? You are emotional beings who care deeply about situations, even though you may not seem like it. Right? Or you may almost like rebel against that desire, but right, the king finding this male energy, this and I think the King of Cups really is a balance, like balancing the feminine, the emotion with the masculine, the king energy, right? Finding wholeness and contentment, weathering through the storm. Right, those cards are almost like depictions of the 2 sides of the sword that is being balanced in justice. And the star. Look at that. Right, you've been hoping and you've been waiting and you've been wishing for some relief, and your ancestors are there. They're hearing you. You have like a lifeline to your stars, to your angels, to your spirit guides. They're there and they're listening, and they're ready to to say that you've been going through the trials and the tribulations. You've been tried totally. Like, it's been a tough period. As we all know, 2019 was some shit. But you've held on to this hope in your heart. Ooh. And they're listening. Ooh, look at this. You've learned, right, from, look at this, 9 of Swords here. That is just like total, like, oh my gosh, they're coming for you. This feeling in the middle of the night, like, of all these demons and these nightmares coming for you, and you're out and alone, sleeping on the outside in the cold, right, in the weather. You can't even look up because you're just feeling like you're in danger. And this is internal, right? This is just whatever situation this is that was causing you to feel unsafe, right, in your own home. That's been some intense things that you've been going through. But through this, you're learning how to maintain boundaries, right? How to keep your hopes safe, right? How to tune into yourself and your heart and your emotions, right? And you're learning that some may be trying to pierce you, but you're able to, like, walk on that bed. You have that Oprah running across the fire energy. You have, right? You have that solar plexus chakra here shining through. You're like, you return to your focus and your purpose, right? And you're turning your head away from it. You're like, nope, you're not going to get to me this time, right? And it's going to be revealed, right? People's intentions were revealed. You may have been going crazy in your mind, thinking about, like, oh, what are they saying about me, or what's going to happen, and having a fear of a lack of control. But it's going to be surfaced. I'm telling you. Watch. Let's see. Right, these deep desires. I mean, she's almost like succumbing, right? Being pulled down, weighted down by her desire to know, right? Her inability to see, but having this deep connection. Feeling far away from Four of Wands. Look at this. It'll be revealed. I mean, it's going to happen. Like, your answers will be heard. Your vision will come to light, right? Your purpose is becoming clear, and you'll reach this point of celebration, right? This is a time of, like, your creative juices are pumping, right? You're able to rejoice and share this with friends, and you have, like, okay, now I know who's really there for me, and I know who isn't, right? And that's something to celebrate, for sure. That's something to have under the starlight and have it light the way, right, with your friends. Them bringing their dynamic energy to you can help lift you through and help, again, clarify who is within your circle and who isn't. And you're like, yes, like, here we go, moving on. We've got this next venture coming through. We have this next phase that we're entering into without all that heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like, you have that there, but you're able to, like, release it by dancing as well. You're able to move the body and reconnect with the body. She's, like, celebrating, like, yes, I finally can dance again, right? Like, the dark of the night is no longer even something I'm afraid of necessarily. It's like, okay, yes, I can make my music. I found the music and the beat within. Okay. A lot of that water energy in there, right? A lot of that breaking off of, or disconnection and reconnection now to your emotions, but being disconnected by mental turmoil, being stuck in your head, weighing decisions, right? Trying to guess, or just internet stalk, or do whatever you could to try and find out as much information as you could, but it was just not the time to be revealed, right? But the karma comes around, that person's gonna get what they have coming to them. They are. There's no way around it. right? But it's like you don't even care about that outcome anymore, right? Because you're evolving. You are evolving. You're moving on. You're like, you know what? You are going to get yours. And so I trust that. I'm letting go. And by freeing up that space in this time, you're able to make new friends. You're able to go to new parts, right? New dances, new festivals, new whatever it is that you enjoy. You're able to enjoy life again. Being unafraid. Because those things, I mean, new relationships and new experiences can definitely be tricky. And if your heart is split open from past betrayal, disappointment, and heartache, you know, you'll be scared to trust. Nine of coins. Look at her chilling. She is max chilling. Again, this is what, like, January will bring you this type of energy. This leisurely, like, security here, this peace, this abundance, this controlling of the animal within, like you have it tamed. You know what I mean? She's there, she's resting. She has a renewed sense of self, really, that is giving her material basis to stand upon, right? She's like collected, you know what, I am that bad bitch, like, who, I was out of my mind, but I remembered who I was. Let me take a breath here, okay? Let me take it easy. But again, I mean, the only thing, though, it is, you've been through a lot, of course, but it's a new year, so it's, you know what I mean? Like, don't rest too long. Keep it going, right? Otherwise, those feelings of inadequacy or paranoia will come back. You know what I mean? You don't want them. You have to keep the energy circulating. You have to keep it moving. That's, the emotions are fluid, right? But this is like a clarifying of like what is real, and like taking large gratitude in your home, in your craft, in your abilities. Can you hear them in the back? It is Saturday night, so you know. The Four of Wands again. Look at it, it's like they're at that same party. They're at that same carnival. Whole totally different deck though, right? You have them all kind of like huddled together. You have like people of similar goals and similar vision aligning and eating together, being wrapped up in this project together, right? Having the same clarity in their eyes, like vision forward, right? Nurturing something new coming in. One's like looking out, one's like providing, and one is like feasting upon. Okay. The world, baby, the world, it's a whole new world. No, but, I mean, yes, right? This is lessons learned. Like, you've learned your lesson. You are learning that lesson. You learned that big lesson from last year, and it's like paying off, right? You went through the hard part. You definitely did. And not to say that it's going to be smooth sailing from here. No, not at all. Of course, starting something new, putting yourself out there again is nerve-wracking, right? But it's a new cycle. It's elevated. You carry with you the lessons, and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to have pieces fall into place. This is a time of pieces falling into place. I mean, that's somewhat similar to this, right? So it is advising, like, you will most likely, with all this creative renewal and expression, will need to take time to rest. You're gonna have to take time to rest that beast a little bit, right? So that you don't get caught up in the same cycle of overexertion. You know, take the time to get the world. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, honey. Like, you just one day at a time, one step at a time. This is balancing work and productivity and vision and goals and meetings and going out and celebrating. But it's like, don't do too much, otherwise you're going to crash. You know what I mean? You have to learn to balance that self-care. And rest is truly a big, big, big part. I mean, we all have a huge sleep debt that we owe. You know what I mean? And so meditation, whether that's meditation, sitting underneath a tree, a walking meditation, 20 minutes a day, twice a day, whatever, you know, a guided meditation through one of these apps. Like, there's many ways you can take, but it's important that you maintain the balance of rest and finding that fun in order to fuel that fun, really. I mean, it's a new year, and after the holidays and the festivities, and Lord knows what that brings, you know what I mean, with some of our families and some of the drama or just the gift giving, all the buzzing energy in the air from people out and about. It's like extra traffic, and the weather is changing, and a lot of things going wild elsewhere. But take that time to rest and recuperate and restore, because you will be making an energetic offering to the world that will help the collective. And here he is again, the King of Cups. Right? Again, exactly. Meditation. Was I not just speaking on meditation? Did I not just say take the time to meditate? Here he is in meditation. I love his hands. They're very, like, I don't know, they're just so dexterous. Like, he's so thinking and almost like conjuring. And like, it's just so crafty. But also look at him illuminated from his own thoughts. That's what meditation will do to you. It will illuminate yourself to yourself. Right? He's before his cup that is full, right? He has it filled, and he has, like, again, it's from his head and his hands. Those are the three focal points there, right? There's like this sense of nobility that you're regaining, right? You're able to see that you are worthy of giving yourself this time of release, and able to manifest with your own hands this new project, this new relationship, and this new venture, right? This new stage. You're returning, you're ready. But before, again, like in moving, you can't just run to the finish line. You can't just run to grasp the world all at once. You have to take the time to pause, to think thoroughly and delicately, and check in with yourself. Really check in with yourself. Develop these new practices. I really advise meditation, you know what I mean? Like, it works for me. It really has helped me so much. So please, please meditate. That form of self-care, right? Notice there's like 3 depictions of beings like with their eyes closed. That's an internal checking in. That's checking in with the spirit, right? With the mind. Making sure you're aligned within. Before going out and seeing within, what is within is without. All right. The journal. First card from this deck. Maybe you're ready to share your story. Right? You're ready to write down that new page. You're ready to turn the page. You're ready to take control of your story and say, you know what? I'm not a victim anymore. I have the pen. I have the power. Right? Think about that sword energy again, from being victimized and from being torn apart and being attacked. It's like she's unsheathing. Remember that injustice, she's unsheathing her sword, her weapon, right? Her source of nobility. And remember, the pen is mightier than the sword. Okay? This is definitely a new story is being written. You're writing a new story for yourself. You are in control. You have that vision. But again, you don't want it to be nonsense. You don't want it to be rushed, or like sometimes you got to edit. And again, journaling is also another form of meditative practice or of self-care. You know what I mean? Being able to process your day, being able to envision and plan, being able to express prayers, goals, fears, all those things. It's a way for you to release, right? And the King of Cups energy, like, they very much are in tune with the subtle intricacies of their emotions as they occur moment by moment, right? And journaling will help with that. Something practice I also do. You hear that, dog? They're always barking, I swear. And again, it's this balance, right? So that way you can enter the garden and socialize. You're entering like this, you're finding balance. Like this month will bring you that back and forth and be mindful of the need for alone time to reflect, but also of new opportunities, right? In that garden, you never know who you're gonna meet. You might go be walking through the park and see someone beautiful, have a friend, have some great, I know parks that are actually called like friendship parks, right? And you will go and you will cultivate this renewed blooming of your social life. One more, please, Spirit. I mean, and the ritual of reading cards really is soothing to me. You know what I mean? You have to find those rituals that are healthy, that are not addictive and toxic and depleting, but that add something to you, even if that's space and silence, just a bit in your day for all the hectic white noise that can happen. The fish. The fish, let's look, right? Let's see the king right here. I mean, the king of diamonds. Let's see what it says in our little white book. Money, finances, wealth, increase, indulges, desires, wishes, luxury, excess, commerce, trade, exchange, entrepreneurs, independence, elusive, water, right? That water energy. You're swimming in it now. You know how to swim in your emotions. You know how to dive in deep, right? You're not scared of your own feelings anymore. Those feelings are going to guide you to wealth and to success, right? Being in touch with that, like again, you have that core balance down, you have that stability down within yourself, is going to bring prosperity. It will, because you feeling prosperous within is going to manifest that opportunity. You're going to radiate differently, right? There's going to be new partnerships to be made. You never know who might be stumbling across your path that's going to offer you this opportunity. So be open to that. Be aware, because that's the thing. If you're caught up in the past of all that past heartbreak, it's going to block you from seeing what new chances there are at love, at friendship, and at business. Are you ready? I wish the best for you, Aquarius. I mean, truly, again, balance, right? Take that time to tell your story. This might be something literary, a literary vocation or opportunity, some notoriety through your experience, through your unique individuality, right? And the chance encounter will happen when you don't expect it. It'll happen when you're out celebrating and when you're going with the flow and when you're being in the present moment. That's when it's gonna happen. So stay open, stay in touch, stay in the present moment. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm just getting going here, part of my New Year's goals. And if you'd like to book me, the information will be in the description box below. You can follow me on Instagram at cclight, CECE light _. And I will be continuing on with these spreads for the signs, right? These messages for the signs. Again, this is for Aquarius. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Thank you. Love you.